Okay, so 2007 Ford Fusion audiophile system had issues with the radio. Here's what it looks like. Had issues with the radio. The backlight on the buttons would not operate. The speed sensitive volume did not change anything when you set the settings on it. So what I did was had Ford try to reprogram the radio. That did not do anything for me, as they said it would not communicate to the computer. So I figured I'll fix this thing myself. So what I did is, if you can see here, what we got coming out of here, we had a separate plug that was not plugged into the radio, which is currently right here, cut off in my fingers. And what happened was you can see over here where my finger is, the Ford Mobile Ease Bluetooth system is hooked up in this car, as well as a auxiliary input in the center console here. So there's two separate inputs going into this radio besides what they had at the factory. So this mess right here in my hand is the wiring nightmare that comes from the Bluetooth and the auxiliary input added on to what is already in the car. So needless to say, this plug that was here plugs into this mess, and these two wires eventually run through this roller coaster of wires and then are supposed to run back into the radio. Now these two wires here, from my investigation, are the CAN bus system, or the network for the car. So these two wires tell the radio what's going on in the car's computer, if you turn the lights on, the speed of the vehicle, etc., etc. So what I had to do was cut the connector off, so these two wires no longer run through this mess, and I bypassed the wire all the way back into the harness right here that actually gets plugged into the radio. Now the main reason why I had to do it this way is if I remove this plug and plug in this one, the one I cut off, I lose my Bluetooth. So I'd rather not switch one for the other. I'd rather have everything. So in cutting into these two wires and bypassing the connector, running it back into the plug that has this, these are all the wires that run the Bluetooth Mobile Ease. So I've jumped in the CAN bus and bypassed this whole wiring nightmare. And thus far I've plugged it in, and the backlight buttons, the backlight on the buttons seem to be working properly again. The phone works. As far as the speed sensitive volume, of course I'm sitting in a garage and I couldn't tell you how that works or not yet, but I will keep you updated. But so far I found the fix for the problem with the buttons not backlighting, and hopefully the speed sensitive volume. Hope this helps anybody out there that's having the same issue.